All right, we are still on joy, and today we're in John 15:11, and we're seeing Jesus' words. And Jesus said, "These things I have spoken to you, that my joy may remain in you, and that your joy may be full." Well, I can tell you that I definitely want Jesus' joy to stay in me, and for his joy to be making me full of joy. But again, he says, "These things I've spoken to you." So these things, what are these things? Let's go back and let's see what he said before this verse. He says, "As the Father has loved me, I also love you. Abide in my love." So we're talking about the love of the Father and the love of Jesus and us abiding in his love. Then he says, "If you keep my commandments, then you will abide in my love." Okay, talking about obedience. Then we're going to skip over our verse 11, and we're going to go on to verse 12. And he says, "If you love one another as I have loved you," right? That's the great commandment. Love one another as I have loved you. And then he goes on to say, "Greater love has no man than this, that he lays down his life for his friend." So these things that Jesus is talking about that we see here are abiding love, sacrificial love, and obedient love. All these kinds of attributes of love. And he says, as you have that love, my joy will remain in you, and it'll make your joy full. So as we're going the second mile, we want to have joy. How do we have joy? We first of all stay close to the heart of the Father. We abide in him so that his love is with us. And we want to obey his commandments. Again, it helps us to stay in his love. And we want to love one another as he has loved us. And we want to lay down our life for another. And that doesn't necessarily mean that we physically die, but it means sometimes we put our rights down and we put someone else's before us. And as we do that, he promises us that his joy is going to remain in us and our joy is going to be full.